TikTok. Hope you guys are doing well. And I'm living up to my normal duties that I always do. And I look over here in the corner, and there's a question. Somebody was asking me, what is a UCC and trust workshop? Well, so there's a couple of things that you have to kind of understand, and why we would operate in a trust, or why we would operate and file a UCC. And there are various teachers out there that teach all kinds of reasons for it, and please don't get them confused with me, please. Basically, think of somebody building a drag strip and you showing up with just a pair of roller skates on. I mean, you got 4 wheels, actually got 8 wheels, but not the right vehicle. Okay, that's a nice way to say it, right? And so what happens is that we end up commingling ourselves, the living person, into doing all of these commerce contracts and things like that. And then what happens is that we become the surety, and now we're operating in a dual capacity. This is why we have a legal fiction, or a straw man, whatever. But I mean, that's why we have a legal fiction. That's a vehicle, but it's a very limited vehicle. And it can do some things, and it can mimic some things. But it just really doesn't really get the mustard done. And it doesn't really cut the mustard, I guess, so to speak. And the reason why it doesn't is because we don't get to reap all the same tax benefits as other entities that are operating in commerce. We can only take so many write-offs. And another thing, too, is that while you're holding that stuff, it's debt. It's actually negative. I know we all think it's positive, and it's on TV, and they're throwing money everywhere, and it seems like it's so positive, but it's really not. It's actually very negative. And in the pocket side, it actually is when you look at our debt, because HGR 192/1933 says that we're supposed to discharge all of our debt. No, not somebody else. You are. And that means you need to figure it out. So, it all breaks down to having the right vehicle, really. Having the right vehicle gives you the ability to operate just as a corporation does, while still maintaining your person. And this vehicle is such a well-structured vehicle that you'll be able to pass it down. So the day that Yahweh calls you home, your successor trustees will be able to step in and operate your vehicle just as you built it. And that's what this trust workshop is all about. It's about doing it yourself. A lot of people pay attorneys thousands of dollars to do this stuff, and it's a very simple concept, but you have to have a good foundation. You kind of have to know where to start. So we make some filings. We take your person out of the public so that we can focus all of your assets and gains towards your trust, and then your trust ultimately benefits your beneficiaries. Yeah. This is how you stay out of probate court. This is how you put yourself in a best possible tax situation. This is how you still stay funded if your wife ever wants to divorce you. You don't have any assets. They're all sitting in the trust, and y'all both agreed. So there's nothing to divide. Everything just keeps shoveling into the trust. And it's for your beneficiaries. And once we take the me out of these concepts, we really see the root of all evil. We see what it is, and we see how it controls our decision-making processes. And that's why Yeshua said, pay unto Yahweh what is Yahweh's, and pay unto Caesar what is Caesar's. That's why he said that. Yeah. If you guys have any more other questions about how we do this UCC and trust class, watch the video or set an appointment with me. They're completely free. I'd love to meet you. And I'd be happy to answer any more questions you might have. Anyway, I hope that helps. I hope you all have a wonderful and blessed evening. May Yahweh bless your day.